Ah, crap. You just have to say I'll be back. What part of life lesson you haven't learned yet? None can be simple, can it? It is one moment after another that human and ghoul have to get their hands dirty, and one by one loses their life over the chaos caused by a madman. While there are more characters resurfaced in this chapter, it's only telling us that danger is at every corner, and one just happened to appear out of nowhere. No time to rest at all. This chapter offers a really good calming moment and embarks a really good action with a big surprise. And I do mean big surprise. The moments before another chaos ensue are rather calming, worrisome, interesting, and heartwarming. There's a sign in a way that Uri is probably drawing the conclusion to accept Ghoul, since the city is already becoming a Ghoul city. Although he is stressed about it, in due time he will adapt to being friendly with them. It's a small moment, but it's a bit sweet of Yoriko to be the one that pushes Takeomi to return to action. Toko knows how to pick a perfect best friend. In any case, it's a bit calming before we are reminded with the bad part. Psycho in peril feels like a taunt by Ishida, like ha ha ha, she's going to suffer, and you have to see it many times over. Anyway, the horn has gotten worse and it won't be dealt with until Dragon is completely done with his toxin. I had to admit, it's a bit touching to see out of everyone, Zhao to react with tears. It makes sense though, since she has been with her like a bodyguard and took interest in her skills. Yeah, Ishida is really taunting us here. Kimi and others in the lab is basically a floor room for the next phase of their action, which is taking out the source of toxin. Interestingly enough, they did connect the dots with Ayato's knowledge from his experience in the underground. So hooray for his contribution! Basically, there's a good chance that the source is located there, and I believe Furata will be there as well, presumably with Rize. That is, if that isn't what I think it is. More on that later. It does feel good to see Kaneki to offer himself to go out there since he is immune to toxin. It's a good thing they didn't just think that toxin is the only problem to expect, so that's a smart yet common sense of thinking. You may have noticed that I have said another chaos ensues instead of chaos resumes. That's because the twist is that the V organization is now taking action and straight up killed the soldier. I guess they are like from Godzilla movies. They had no chance at all. We even have clowns in the scene. Admittedly, I did think for a second that Ishida is trying to squeeze everything in this final arc so there won't be a part 3. But then I remember every other parts and the ending does help out, so I'm not convinced. Still, we are in for even worse chaotic moments than ever. One of the best defining moments of the chapter is the contribution from everyone to, well, everyone. To begin with, Goat thought they should help CCG out against V, which already speaks volume on their cooperation getting tighter as a permanent comrades. He didn't stop them and think it's more of a sign of CCG telling them to not help them out, but instead take the time to find the source. That is subtly nice of them to show comradeship without working together in display. The other defining and arguably the best moment is the appreciation and reliance on Kaneki, in which also shows growth of these characters. Ayato may insist to go because of his experience with Underground, but there's a subtle expression of deep friendship. Ayato wasn't a fan of his, but it seems like he's now cool. Bro team! Shu wanted to go, but respect Kaneki to stay behind and help out others, rather than selfishly go because, well, he's Shu. That's a positive step up if you ask me. The best of all, Uri. I know, what a shock, right? Let Kaneki know that they will be fine, and they will take it from there. Remember when Uri was being the learner yet spoiled and a prick? Me neither. What I see now is a true gentleman that has grown to a reliable leader and a true friend. He is relying on him to save Psycho. Words have never felt so powerful, Speaking of powerful words, Toka's and Kaneki's farewell is so touching, mainly because Kaneki said, "I'll be back." That one page alone shows the sheer development Kaneki has gotten. There's no awkwardness, a silent treatment, or even a lie reply, holding his chin for example. Instead, we have a pure, genuine reply from the man himself, and that couldn't make me any prouder. I don't want to think that sparks up bad news inbound, even though it can be seen that way, but let's not ruin the touching scene, shall we? Let's just pray. Then everything will be fine. Just fine. The starting ground before action kicks in does give me a bit of a chill. The scene with everyone gathering up and prepare for battle has that vibe of a heavy storm has arrived. It has a sense of this task to be the final act of the series, stopping V from getting close and Kaneki stopping the chaos for good. Whatever it is, it appears to me that there will be more deaths before we can close this chapter of the saga. As for the clowns, they dropped the most important piece that most likely got fans all talking, in which we will get to that very soon. I was a bit surprised that the action starts here, as it felt like the chapter was about to close with everyone getting their gears ready. I'm more surprised that we got a good amount of action set piece rather than 1 or 2 chapters. But hey, they're pretty good, with amusing teamwork from different sides. The funny part is with Shu fighting against V as he continuously to taunt like a broken record, only for Nishiki to get annoyed and basically tell him to shut up. Uri has the look that reads, "I have no idea what the hell is with them, but I'm not even going to ask." The dynamics in here are great and enjoyable. I think Naki got the rub on Shu for this type of fighting. If so, I'm actually touched by this. Suzuya and his squad get into action, kicking asses and all. Suzuya is still a beast, dismembering V with a giant swing. It's amazing that it's been less than a week that he was against GOAT. Now, helping everyone with them to protect. Time heals wounds sure applies here in a sense. I also like the teamwork from Hiroko and Uri, especially how they maneuver and cover each other's back. Aiman would be so proud of them. The problem is the indifferent feeling with V not really fazed by their losses, as if they don't mind getting killed off and being overwhelmed. It's worrisome that some could just be body bags and some could be a worthy opponent, dressed the same as others no less. Case in point, one nearly got Hiroko, but thank God he reacted in time. I thought it was going to play off Hiroko taking a stab for his old friend Uri, but this is a better outcome. Then we got that. The cliffhanger is not only an eye-popping moment, but it only got me even more worried for everyone there. I think no one there would expect a large monster, not dragon size, but still a large monster, appear from the sky like a package delivery. Basically, they have V and that abomination to deal with. Oh good God, why did Kaneki have to say that cursive line? But Sparta, what if that monster is on the good side? Well, here's the problem. It lines up perfectly with the clown, talking about a woman to be put into use. Most importantly, it was said it, which usually means a monster. The question should be easy to answer to say is Rize. However, it could be possible that it is not. It's nothing wrong with guessing Rize, but maybe this is a trap that Ishida wants us to believe because lately he is full of surprises in a good way. Who then? It could be Eto, mainly because of the design of that monster. It's like a perfected Kagaja form. Of course, I can't be wrong, and truth be told, I came across some posts theorizing that got me thinking twice. Again, Rize would be a acceptable answer, but with Ishida, best to keep guessing. This was a really good chapter to boot up the next and most likely final phase of the arc. There are plenty of really nice heartfelt moments with Kaneki and his friends. The action is pretty good with different dynamics, the visual is solid with the expressions, and the action set piece is nicely portrayed. The ending is very alarming and the sense of Kaiju threat level emerges is realized. Whoever or whatever that is, this is going to get bloodier. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. Well, it's amazing that a lot of people really bet it's Eto. I mean, granted, it does have a similar design, but I do think a lot of people are guessing because they want her back. Well, same here to be honest, but not this way. I mean, that would be cruel, right? Who knows? All I know is that Eto does want to settle the score with V organization, and this is a good time. Unless you want to save for third part, which makes sense too. But that only begs the question, who is this monster at the end? Is it Rize? Probably is. Maybe, maybe not. It could be a surprise. I can't wait for more surprises. I should join that discussion board. One day. One day. What do you think of this chapter? Share your thoughts in the comment. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.